Was that for real on time?
It's closer than last time.
Was it really? Okay.
Well, that's how, now you understand why it's so weird.
That's so odd. All right.
You'll also see my head going.
That was really strange. I'm like, all right. Okay. The show has actually started. So there's that. Check it out. What up, Kev?
What's up, man?
I'm like,
how are you?
I am incredibly uncomfortable.
I am incredibly thankful that you are incredibly uncomfortable.
That is ridiculous. My eyes are like, I'm like, huh? Where do I look? Oh, there's the camera. All right. Happy birthday to the homeboy Silo, man. Birthday today as we record, 29th. My man, Silo. Super inclined lyric originate. Silo. Happy born day. I bought Silo a gift, something that I don't normally do. I won't, he hasn't listened to the show. So I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with the book, It's Not About a Salary. Well, not my man, but B+, famous photographer, did a book years ago. And that's when Silo and I were in high school. He let me borrow that book when we were in high school, and I read books like a gorilla. So when I returned the book, it was absolutely destroyed. So, I felt horrible for years, man. You have to realize how many years it's been since we've been in high school. I can't think of every year that's gone by. So I actually found the book, new print of the book, which is crazy.
Fantastic.
New print, and shot it over to him for his birthday. Really more or less to get it off of my conscience. So there's that.
Yeah, it's more for you than for him.
Yeah, it was actually, it was a gift for me. I was concerned. If you guys see my eyes darting all over the place, I'm monitoring too much stuff. Let me just close something so that I'm not looking at it. All right. There's that. Kevin, man, how was your week?
It was good, man. How was yours? Hung out with the family?
I did, man. Thanksgiving with the family. Dropped some food off at my parents' house. Picked up food from Lucille's. Cooked a few items. How about you guys? You guys got down? You guys cook?
I mean, not a lot. A little bit. We picked up some stuff. Okay. You know, took it easy. Drank some beers. Watched some movies. You know.
Yeah, this was about, I miss my family, of course, but this was about the most chill Thanksgiving I've had in a long time.
Oh, yeah, totally.
This was very chill.
That's the thing. All the people who complain about all that they have to put themselves through Thanksgiving are the ones who wanted to go and get on a plane and all that stuff.
Right. And make Thanksgiving the worst day of the year.
Yeah. No. Because I remembered, I think it was the night before Thanksgiving, I remembered last year at this time, or at that time, I was stuck in traffic trying to drive down to my dad's place, and it took about 3.5 hours to get down there.
Nope. Yeah, that Wednesday, this past Wednesday, was the first time it didn't take me 4 hours to get home from work. Usually they let us out early, but over the last couple of years, that hasn't been the case. And that was when I woke up in the morning on that Wednesday, I was like, oh my God, I don't have to drive. It was just like an immediate relief. Like, I don't have to drive anywhere. So yeah, you think you're getting off early, like, all right, I'm out of here at 2. And it's like, everybody's out of here at 2.
Yeah, right.
So now you're on the freeway. Yeah. So that was actually the opening question, since we turned the original opening question into an actual subject. Yeah. So y'all, what did y'all cook?
Well, I didn't cook much of anything. I grilled on Friday. That's about it, though.
Oh, okay.
But we didn't do turkey or anything like that. We just had some chicken. Wifey cooked a little bit of stuffing. We took it very easy, though. It was very chill.
This This is the question.
Okay.
So what does your wife call stuffing?
Stuffing.
She calls it stuffing. Okay.
Yeah.
My sister got on me because I called it stuffing, but black people call it dressing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I swear my mom has called it stuffing before, but I, of course, never questioned. I don't question my older siblings about very much. But yeah, so your wife calls it stuffing.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, it's supposed to be a cardinal sin for us as black folks to call it stuffing.
Hey, learn something new every day.
Yeah,
Does Sharon make it from scratch?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. My mom and her do. So does Randy, actually, except she experimented with something this year and she didn't feel like making it from scratch. So she bought the box and then extended the experiment. But yeah, they all make it from scratch. So yeah, there's
bread
that.
Cubes and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
It's a serious
it sounds like
thing.
we just got finished eating, by the way. That's about how much energy is coursing through the veins of this particular episode of the program.
This particular part. Yeah. I mean, like I said, the original opening question was way better. All right, man. You know what? Let's get some energy back. Let's hop into the break and then we'll meet you on the other side, y'all. Yo, Kevin, you ready, man?
Sure.
I tried. Just know that I tried. No matter what, I tried. All right. Stop looking at the other screens track. Let's go.
Rap Sucks Radio. Blah, 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 blah.
What up, y'all? You are live on Rap Sucks Radio with your homeboy Trek Life and your fam, Kevin Sakota.
Big stuffing.
Oh my God. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you'd like to catch past episodes of Rap Sucks Radio, you can check us out on rapsucksradio.com or any of your favorite podcasting platforms, or you can catch us on TV. This seems like a cool thing to do. If you go to BTSN Pass, that's Behind the Scenes Network. Here's what you do. You download the app on your Roku, your Fire Stick or your Fire TV. Click on it. And we right there. We got our own little section and everything. Oh, we got our own section and everything.
Watched your little show.
Watched your little show. It just sounds like my parents have just said, yeah, watch the little show, Red. It was all right. It's like, yeah, full blown adult doing stuff. It's a thing. Anyhow, you could be like my parents and watch our little show. By following the instructions I just gave you. BTSN Pass, Behind the Scenes Network. Let's get into it, Kev. Kev, who is out here doing too much, yo?
Your boy Nate Robinson.
Oh, man. Great athlete, by the way.
Some might say not
athlete.
enough. Some might say too much. Not quite enough.
Not quite enough. However, on this show, he is officially doing exactly what we need because he is our first slowed down and reverbed candidate. Nate got slowed down and reverbed. Mm-hmm. It's the topic title for this. Former NBA player Nate Robinson. What's up?
I was going to ask you, is it slowed down and reverbed or slowed and reverbed? Or slowed plus reverbed? Slowed.
Actually, you know what? Slowed and reverbed. See, I'm old. The kids are saying slowed and reverbed. Here, I'm going to delete it right
We don't want to be, out of touch,
Yeah.
With that like massive contingent of pre-millennials that are watching.
I would tell y'all, like you young people that are listening or watching, I'll tell you, like I told you guys the first time around, if the few of you that are, go do something else, man. You guys are too young. You have much more to do with your life. Do not spend time listening to this show.
Go walk the dog.
I mean, do. Until we get like a Patreon or something, then spend time paying for it. All right. Slowed and reverbed. My man Nate, he got his pitch control pushed back. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he was knocked out by a YouTuber turned boxer, Jake Paul. I didn't spend any time trying to learn who Jake Paul is. It was I was like, all right,
Yeah.
whatever.
I didn't know much about him. He's been getting in trouble lately, though. Been throwing parties
Sounds about right.
in glorious Calabasas.
That
with
sounds good.
No social distancing. But other than that, yeah, I don't know. He seemed like a little bit of a punk.
Right. From what people have said online, yes, that's what it seems like. The source on this is Sporting News. The players involved are Jake Paul and Nate Robinson. The fight actually happened. The Roy Jones and Mike Tyson fight was last night. Last night as we recorded, the day before we recorded this. We'll get into that, but let's kind of figure out why they were fighting in the first place. Cause that was the first thing I looked up. Like, okay, why was this?
Right.
So the drama between Jake Paul and Nate Robinson started back in May 2020, a few months after Paul's first professional boxing win over another YouTuber. Robinson spoke with TMZ Sports about wanting to fight Paul. The call out mostly seemed random, but Robinson was passionate. In quotes, "I want all the smoke," Robinson said to TMZ Sports. "I am a top tier athlete. You beating me will probably be the biggest accomplishment for your young boxing career or social media influencer, whatever. That's your biggest claim to fame right now, is knocking out Nate Robinson. So come do it. I'm putting my everything on the line for you. Let's get it done. That simple." So those are the words of Nate Robinson, followed by yesterday's knockout and him laying down flat on his face from Jake Paul. So slowed and reverbed immediately.
Yeah.
Months after, or short months after. Yeah.
And I know you didn't watch the whole night, but you saw that footage though?
I did. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, was there any technique? I was like, yo, what are you doing? Are you boxing? Like, what's happening right now?
Well, the thing that tripped me out that I didn't know until just, when you posted up this article, because I didn't look into it at all, First of all, Jake Paul is a lot bigger than I thought he was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, they definitely matched up.
Oh, big guy. Yeah.
And then he had been training, but I didn't realize this all started in May of this year.
Yeah.
And then they were originally, I think this was supposed to take place in September, not, 2 months later. So, Nate had never boxed before, had he? Oh man, that was just silly. I mean,
yeah.
It's like he was going to give himself essentially June, July, August, 3 months to train.
Yeah. And this Jake kid has been in 2 fights already. So he's been training.
Yeah, he's been training. Even if he's terrible, he's been training. It's like, and he wasn't terrible.
He wasn't. Well, I mean, we really don't know actually fighting, Nate Robinson, who didn't seem to be very well prepared for the fight. But here's the thing. What I took away from the fight was that a lot of times, athletes think that they can box. And I'm like, I don't think that just any old athlete can box. I think it's a very particular skill. And I think we're watching that be proven more and more over the last couple of years, that you can't just walk in the ring and wild out. It doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? So you might just slow and reverbed.
Yeah, man, he treated it like Battle of the Network Stars or something. Like he was,
one thing if
you're going to go out there and box with Billy Crystal or something. You know what I'm saying?
What did Ob say? Ob was like, yo, I think we just watched Celebrity Deathmatch.
Oh, yeah.
I'm stupid.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude. And Snoop was... If it wasn't for Snoop, it would have actually been sad. It would have just been straight up pitiful.
This is... All right, so I have... Here, where do you place Snoop on this list?
Okay.
All right, Chick Hearn.
Careful.
Snoop.
Little Vince
Where do you
Scully.
place him on that list? I'm sorry, Chick Hearn and Vince Scully. Snoop is who I meant to say. Where do you place him on that list?
I think I'm still going to have to put Snoop third, but
okay, fair enough.
He was last night's Chick Hearn.
He
sat in the honorary Chick Hearn seat last night.
My man, those old lords were the greatest old lords in the history of sports. Like no one has ever oh Lorded anything greater than that.
When he started
Oh
singing.
Lord. He was really distraught, yo. I was like, when I watched the replay, I didn't know it was Snoop. I was like, yo, who is tripping like that?
He's like, come on now, get up. Get up. Walk it off.
When he sang, when that man sang, I was like, oh, he's trying to win everything right now.
Oh,
Snoop
man.
is trying to win. This is Snoop's match.
But it was messed up because he that first punch landed, legitimately landed, knocked him down.
Crossed him up.
That's when Snoop starts singing. Then he gets back up. He clearly shouldn't have gotten back up because he promptly fell.
Yeah.
Or, lost his balance, which he probably didn't have entirely because he got his bell rung. And he comes right back up again. Woo! Just got sent right back to bed.
Done dealed him. He just, that first punch was the punch.
That's the thing. Yeah. Cause the one that put him down at the end, I couldn't quite tell exactly what was happening, but
yeah,
Nate could.
Or maybe you couldn't, one or the other, because that man took an L.
Oh man.
But at the same time, I still want to credit the fact that, in spite of what happened, I don't know. I think a little more training, maybe Nate would have been able to hang, but
yeah, I didn't see the interview afterward if he intends to, extend the career beyond that last night.
I largely hope not.
And then is it true
I hope that was it?
I thought I saw something, and I don't know if this is what this means, but something about is Jake challenging Conor McGregor to a fight?
Yeah. That's what made me pay attention to what was going on.
That doesn't seem smart either.
Oh, this is where it ends, buddy. This is where it all ends. This is advice.
Okay.
Advice from Trek Life.
Gather, you know what? Go wake the kids up. Gather them around the radio.
Go wake the kids. You know what? It's probably better for the kids because you should know this already if you're my age and up. You need a homie whose sole responsibility is to say 2 words to you. Chill, fam. You need a chill fam homie. Like everybody needs a chill fam homie. Okay, let me give you an example. How many hundreds of times have you seen, look, he's a person who's a friend. He's a good person. Maybe he could scrap a little bit, but he's a friend. And I don't know. He's a friend person. Getting ready to fight somebody that is getting ready to mop the floor with your homeboy. Now look, that's not a diss to your homeboy. It's just that your homeboy's a little lit and the person that he wants to fight is like 4 inches taller than him and maybe got 60 pounds on him. And your homeboy is talking, right? Now, you could be one of 2 friends. You could be the trash friend. Yeah, homie, let's get him. Right? Or you could be the good homie, which is, come on, man, chill, fam. You don't have to give him the reason. You don't have to give him the reason. You don't have to be like, you're going to get your ass kicked, right? Like, you don't have to do that. You just got to be like, yo, man, chill, man. Like, come on, man. Let's just go, man. Let's go talk to these ladies. Like, yo, it's a chick. She's smiling at you. Like, you got to do something.
Right.
Jake don't have none of them friends.
Evidently not, man. Evidently, nor does Nate.
I mean, well, but see, his friends probably thought that he could hang. He played after basketball. He played football and ran track. He did all sorts of stuff. His friends probably thought he could hang.
And I certainly don't know Steph Curry, but when Steph Curry's talking trash after, you might have made a minor miscalculation.
Possibly. You actually kind of went into something that was a little bothersome during the fight. And I saw it on my timeline a little bit too. People that were talking trash about the Roy Jones, Mike Tyson portion of the night, saying they looked tired and old.
Yeah.
And out of shape.
Right. Yeah. And it doesn't matter. That was what bothered me the most because I didn't watch the whole thing. So I kind of caught up when, I really just wanted to see Tyson, right? I hadn't, I'd only seen a little bit of the knockout. But just like still images, the memes and stuff while I was trying to catch the main event. But I'm seeing people, so I didn't realize that it only went 2 rounds. Yeah. But yeah, you look at Tyson, you look at Jones, and I mean, God bless them. They went up there and they did 8 2-minute rounds.
Yep.
And my feeling is, man, if you get out there and just shadow box for 4 1-minute rounds and tell me that you're not going to come out of there dripping sweat and completely gassing. It's not going to happen. And if you have Mike Tyson coming at you, I don't care if he's 85 years old. If he's coming at you at a quarter of the speed that he was last night, your adrenaline is going to be going so high that if you sit down after that first bell rings at the end of the first round, you are going to fall asleep. You are going to want to faint and you're never going to want to get up again. So all these, cause I know you, your little tweets. I seen you sweating when you're DJing. Cut it out.
My favorite thing is, you said, relax your thumbs. I thought, man, do you know how hard I laughed? I said, that fool said, relax your thumbs, yo.
Oh man. But people, to that point of even, cause the first 2 fights, I think went the full 8 rounds or however long the fight was. I didn't watch them. But, and I don't know what their backgrounds were or whatever, but even just to do a round and a half while you're getting beat up, it's like, man, that is not going to be fun. And poor Roy, man, I mean, he held his own, but man, the way he was holding his arms, I'm just like, oh man, that's not going to be fun to wake up in the morning and just, cause man, I don't know. I feel like his whole rib cage is going to look like Mitch Green's face today.
Oh my gosh, man, dude. Yeah, it's got to be several different colors.
It's taking some punishment.
Yeah.
Yep. But they did it.
They did it. I'm going to stand by this. I've said this for years. Boxing is not, of all the sports that I watch or particularly don't care for, I always respect whatever athletes do. And I think that boxing is one of those things that everybody thinks that they can do. But no, dude, people that can box. And I'm not saying boxers are the greatest, fighters in the world. In this case, these formerly were, and at their age are probably still are.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't just walk into the gym and do it. Like there's a lot of technique that goes into it. And, as you saw with Nate, now you can get beat up, yo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
several times,
yeah.
Oh,
he's laying there like a newborn baby, God. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, you didn't even have time to curl up.
Nah, he's just done. Yo, man. Listen to this story.
Salute to all of them, though. Yes.
Shout out to everybody who hopped in the ring. Yeah, I wouldn't do it. So shout out to y'all.
Nope.
Listen to With a Damn Nature.
Okay.
Wait.
What?
Wait.
Damn, Nature.
Yeah,
I was trying to figure out where the camera was. I was pointing over here and over here and over here. Okay.
Damn, Nature.
All right.
You're making it look way more complicated than it needs to look, I think. I feel like.
Look, I'm pointing at the camera.
Are you going to superimpose a little button right there?
I should. Damn, Nature. Anyway, I'm not. It's too much work. Florida man saves his puppy from alligator's jaws. This is reported by the USA Today, at least the source that I got it from. There are several sources on the internet. Florida man Richard Wilbanks, his puppy named Gunner, and a gator are the players involved in this. So the notes are: one Sunday morning in late October, as Richard and Gunner went out for a walk by the pond next to Wilbanks' home, the pair were walking along the shoreline where, unseen to either Richard or Gunner, an alligator was on alert. In an instant, the almost 4-foot gator lunged from the water and grabbed Gunner without any hesitation. Richard leapt into the water after the puppy and the gator and had it at the puppy and the gator that had it in its jaws. Richard says it was like a missile. We were only about 3 feet away from it, but it struck like a snake. It had Gunner in a vice grip and I just rushed in. Richard said, so let's stop there. So for those of you guys who are not catching on to what's going on, an alligator attacked this man's dog. This man, if you see the video of it, dived into the water after the gator, grabbed it, pried the alligator's jaws open to free his dog, and then slowly allowed the gator to close his jaws and go back into the water. He saved his dog from a 4-foot alligator. Now, I read on the internet.
Florida.
Good job. Yeah, finally, right? I read a few people, and I'm not gonna lie, this is my initial thought. Okay, this is the way I thought it. Yeah, he's very lucky that was 4 feet. Because I've seen some of them mugs walking on the golf course in Florida when they just randomly film one, and I'm like, if it was that one, bro, you and the dog, Richard, you and the dog.
That's the thing. That's why I don't know why it even matters that it was, because first of all, 4 feet is not small.
It's not small at all.
I've seen some little lizards running around my house that are like, this long.
Yeah. Yeah. No, keep it real. 4 feet is not a tiny alligator.
But also, were you saying, could you even tell? Like, he jumped in so quickly.
Yeah, I could tell once he had it.
I know, but could he tell?
No, that's my point. That is my point. It was by the grace of God that Richard Wilbanks is still with us and not, whatever alligators poop out. Because, but I mean, at the same time though, so that's my initial thought.
Okay. But
I saw people saying it was only 4 feet. And I was like, okay, those are two different thoughts. The first thought is, fortunately for him, it wasn't a larger gator, but it still respects the size of the alligator being at 4 feet. The second way people are saying it is, it was only, which implies that you could deal with a 4-foot alligator, which is,
the reaction.
Not likely for a lot of folks. Yeah.
You know what the reaction is to that sentiment, right?
What's that?
Relax your thumbs. Relax.
Pause those thumbs for a little bit. Yeah, turn your thumbs down. Just dial your thumbs back.
Ice them. Just ice them.
Yeah. They've definitely getting a lot of exercise. Here's the other thing though. Richard said in his backyard, he's seen deer, bobcats, and Kev, even a panther near their home. So the answer is no. It's wonderful to be able to share our lives with wildlife, he said. And the positivity even goes for the gator who grabbed Gunner too. He said he's still swimming out there.
Mm-hmm. It's a way to live your life, man. But he sure did.
He dived in.
Okay. So here's a question for you, Trek Life.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
What's the first thing that you either thought to or said to your dog when you looked at your dog right after you read this article?
Homie.
Did you start singing like Snoop?
Yeah, like, woo. You gonna take an L, bro. I don't know what, I mean, I'd imagine, all right, let me be completely honest. I'd imagine my initial, like the knee-jerk reaction would be to try to save my dog. Like that would be my knee-jerk reaction because I'd see my dog get taken. But I think my second reaction would be like, oh, you know what I mean? Like my comes to my senses react. So I'm thinking that even Richard here just was purely on immediate reaction.
Yeah.
Because if you put some thought into it, you're like you said, you couldn't see the size. So when I saw that, I looked over at my dog and was like, you gone, bro.
You're gonna just have to hand that gator a napkin.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yo, you want some hot sauce, yo? Oh my God. The title for this actually was Dog Almost Gone. In my case, it'd probably be Doggone.
Doggone.
It'd be out. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do, dog? I don't have, you know what I'm saying?
You're not Gunner. You're never going to be Gunner.
Yeah, done. You out, yo. Plus, my dog's a tad bit annoying. You know what I'm saying? I might have to let him take a couple chomps at least before I figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a couple bites in. You know what I'm saying?
Both dog and owner are evidently okay, though.
Yes, both. The dog is fine. The owner, of course, is fine. Very fine job, Richard.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
He said he went back in and he super glued up the cuts. Kept it pushing.
Oh, man. All right. Topic title for the next one is Always Blaming the Black Ones.
Always.
You know, I like black licorice quite a bit. Man dies from eating bags of black licorice. Reported by AP News. The player involved is unnamed. So a Massachusetts construction worker's love of black licorice wound up costing him his life. Eating a bag and a half every day for a few weeks threw his nutrients out of whack and caused the 54-year-old man's heart to stop. Even a small amount of licorice, this is a quote from a doctor, Dr. Neil Butala. Even a small amount of licorice you eat can increase your blood sugar a little bit, cardiologist explained. The problem is glyceric acid, whatever, Kev.
You're doing great.
Glyceric acid found in, I had to do that to sound it out. Like, yo, I watched my daughter do that
just
right now.
Saying that word increased your blood pressure.
My daughter be like, That's exactly what I did right now. Found in black licorice and in many other foods and dietary supplements containing licorice root extract. It can cause dangerously low potassium and imbalances in other minerals called electrolytes. Kev, a bag and a half, fam?
Yeah. You can eat a bag and a half of anything every day. It's probably
right?
Be a problem, man. It's like makes my kid look like the model of self-control. Right after Halloween.
Yo, I have this thing, right, that I occasionally think about where someone has to review the way that they died when they're at whatever gates or whatever you believe. What a freaking
just like
review.
Watch the tape.
Yeah, you got to go through the tape. Like, okay, like, you know, because how'd I get here? And whoever is sitting at the gates, if you believe in such a thing, says, "Let's review the tape."
But wait, who's that singing? Oh, that's Snoop.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, man. I would not want to review that tape. I would not want to know that's how I died. At 54.
Yeah, man. 54 years old. Don't eat that much licorice.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
think it really
Bag and a half a
matters
day is
what
fine.
color of licorice.
Yeah, man.
Don't eat that much
Yeah,
licorice.
come on. Let's not turn this. Black licorice is a real thing. It's good too. But it includes more than licorice sticks, Kev. Also jelly beans, licorice teas, and a lot of things over the counter. Even some beers like Belgian beers, they just took a shot at Belgium, have this compound in it, as do some chewing tobaccos. I mean, why are people still chewing tobacco? So yeah, I don't know what to say. It doesn't seem smart.
What was oh yeah, the guy from Hershey got in there though. The guy from the Hershey Corporation.
Jeff Beckman, a spokesperson for the Hershey company, which makes the popular Twizzlers licorice sticks, said in an email that, quote, all of our products are safe to eat and formulated in full compliance with FDA regulations. And that all foods, including candy, continue, quote, should be enjoyed in moderation. He took a shot on the way out.
Yo, he sounds like Nino Brown right there. He's like, let's kick the ballistics. Stuff sells itself. I just noticed that you took another note though. I didn't realize they did CPR, revived him, and he passed away the next day. So Trek, he knew. He didn't have to watch the tape with St. Peter.
That's true.
Unless he was like, maybe I shouldn't have been chewing tobacco and drinking Belgian beer.
I mean, because
jelly beans.
Jesus, man, anybody, a bag and a half a day. Gosh, dude.
And it says, according to this, as little as 2 ounces of black licorice a day for 2 weeks could cause a heart rhythm problem. So let that be a cautionary tale.
Excuse me. Yeah, hey, look, I'm off with just dinner ready to pass out. I can't imagine what a bag and a half of licorice. I'm ready to fall asleep off just regular dinner. Like, oh, that was good. Time to go sleep now.
I mean, well before the point at which the heart rhythm problems would be something that would start causing you physical discomfort. I mean, I would think that you would just get tired of the hard work that had to go into cleaning your toilet every few hours. Because I don't care how you slice it. That's not something that.
Yeah, I mean, if it comes out after a while, it's just like, look, we're just gonna kick it here, man. You just keep piling more on top. Like, you just got to be constipated because there's nothing in here to push this out. So you got to learn to live with it.
This is definitely the way Willy Wonka would have done someone in.
Oh man! On that note, Kev, do you still have leftovers from your Thanksgiving meal?
Just a tiny little bit. Kind of finished them up this evening.
Same.
How about you? Done?
Same. Pretty much the same. Yeah. I did throw out the sweet potato
Dressing?
mashed potatoes.
Dressing?
No, my wife made the dressing. We killed that. So there's that. Anyhow, thank y'all for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. If you'd like to catch past episodes, you can catch them on rapsucksradio.com, or of course, you can watch us on BTSN Pass by downloading the channel BTSN Behind the Scenes Network on your Roku, your Fire Stick, or your Fire TV. Once you do that, click on it, and we are right there. We got our own spot. We just chilling. We up there kicking it. Speaking of BTSN, and I'm the title's gonna fail me, but there is a music documentary, on BTSN about the sound of MP3s versus the sound of music prior to the compression of internet worthy files. If you have not watched it, you should watch it. It's dope if you're into music. And yeah.
Yeah,
It's a longer conversation.
Nice plug. Go to the channel and search for vague descriptive terms.
Here, let's see.
Well, we put it across the bottom of the screen here.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
There,
but now that I'm into it.
Right down here in the bottom of the screen where you usually put your Cash App or whatever it is that you do down there.
All right. So yeah, it's not on there. So yeah, I'll put it on the screen. I'll put it in there. I'll put it in the topic title. Okay. With all that being said, man, thank y'all for tuning in. And on the count of 3, we say peace. Kev will not say it on time. 1, 2, 3. Peace. And we out, y'all.